Hi guys, Lord here. Before we get into the video of today, I have a deep apology to make. These last 2 weeks I have been very inconsistent with uploads. Usually I upload 3 videos a week, and yet in these 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks I've only made 2 videos, so that's 1 video a week for the past 2 weeks. I'm very sorry, I won't let that happen again. Yesterday I was just busy trying to fix my computer. I was having a problem with my computer. I've had a lot of reasons why I haven't been consistent with my schedule. I'll try to not let that happen again. I deeply apologise. So, in Assassin's Creed lore, the war between the Assassins and Templars has been going from the beginning of time to present day. Not necessarily between those 2 factions, but also between their predecessors as well, because they weren't always called that. However, not every time period in history has a game, and not every time period will, because there are some time periods that just wouldn't work for an Assassin's Creed game. And when there is a game when there is a time period where an Assassin's Creed game hasn't been made in yet, people tend to debate about whether that would be a good setting for Assassin's Creed. World War II, for example, that's a big one people tend to talk about. I'm not sure how I feel about if World War II would work or not. World War I, however, I personally 100% believe that it wouldn't work because it's trench warfare and that just wouldn't make a good setting. And however, there's one setting that not many people talk about, but it's one that I personally have been wondering for a while, and that's the American Civil War. So today I will be talking about the lore of Assassin's Creed during the Civil War, because although there isn't a game, we do know about some lore from other sources. And then I will talk about and tell you what I think if whether or not it would work in an Assassin's Creed game. We'll start with some real-world historical context. So in February of 1861, the United States of America abolished slavery. However, some of the southern states were not happy with that, so they seceded from the Union, which was the United States of America, and formed the Confederate States. Neither the United States or any other nation officially recognized the Confederate States as a nation. However, they couldn't really do anything to stop them, so they just let the Confederates do their own thing, despite and yet not officially recognize them. However, tensions were always high, and on April 12th of the same year, war was declared between both of the nations. The war ended on May 9th, 1865, with a Union victory, and the Confederate States were annexed again by the Union. So I was wrong in saying that not many people have thought about this as a potential setting, because someone brought it up in the Assassin's Creed Reddit, and it has quite a few responses of people saying they've wondered the same thing, so I'm not the only one. And speaking of which, a lot of people saying that it would be a nice place for a setting. In fact, a lot of people love the idea, because you could be a slave who breaks free or something like that, and that there's not really any problems with how an Assassin's Creed game, with the mechanics of an Assassin's Creed game when it comes to the Civil War, because it's pretty much the same. I think, however, on that point, I was thinking that if there was a Civil War, then I'd say that it would have to bring back the classic fighting system, where you could counter, like in Assassin's Creed 3 and Rogue and stuff like that. However, there was one thing that I saw that a lot of people had a problem with, and that was that, one, a Ubisoft it might be a backfire because of all the controversy about slavery and racism about that. I doubt that though, because it's a part of history. I don't think anyone would have a problem with it. And other problems had about it is that there's already been quite a few games based in America, and it's not really that interesting of a setting. I can somewhat get that. However, the only Assassin's Creed games that have been based in America have only been on the East Coast, like New York and Boston. Yet in America, it would be more like southern, in like Virginia and Gettysburg. I can't remember where Gettysburg is, sorry. So what do I think? Like a lot of people, I actually am really fond of the idea. I think it would like make a great setting, but like I said, I think it would work best if the old combat system was brought back. And also, personally, I don't really like the new combat system anyway. But apart from that, yeah, I think like the mechanics and the story, if they could think of one, would be a really nice one. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I just sounded like every cringy vlogging YouTuber ever just then. Ow, I have hurt myself. I am offended by myself. But anyway, what do you guys think? So that's today's video for the day. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Again, comment down below what you think about a game based in the Civil War. And also, again, I deeply apologise for not being consistent with my schedule. I really need to fix that. It's just been these last 2 weeks I haven't been very consistent. Like, in these the last 2 weeks ago, I've only uploaded 2 videos, which is not a great thing. I apologise. I'll try to not let that happen again. But I hope you guys have a nice day and a nice week and so on and so forth. Goodbye.